I'm that guy at the top. My name is Richard Anderson. I run a company in Dallas, Texas. I'm originally born and raised in Spain, and I came to the US because I have dual citizenship. I finished college in Spain, and I realized with how many people come to the US, and I feel like having a passport and not coming to work would have been a waste of my time. I came here and wanted to get a job here. In the US, there's definitely more opportunity than in Spain for career growth. To run a business in Spain is very difficult. You have to pay like a flat fee every month, no matter if you work or not. The average salary and income is way lower. It's probably 25% what it is in the US, but rent and cost of living is maybe 70% of what it's in the US. It's not that much cheaper. Definitely a big difference. I started this job at the same time I also worked at Whataburger, which is like your classic McDonald's fast food in Texas, and it's $9.50 an hour. I was doing 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. because I could choose my hours. It was very flexible. I was doing marketing and sales, and I was doing that at night so I could get my car payment out of the way. When I started in this industry, I did not see success right away. It took me about 8 months to do my job and teach it to one other person. And then that person wasn't actually that good. I had a lot of mental barriers. I had a lot of excuses that I would just point the finger to other things. That's how I came through college. And it took me a while to recognize these things are my fault. They're under my control. That's why I think I didn't have a strong start at all. It took me 3 years to see success because the first two, I was mostly in an entry level role and a leadership role, but a very small scale. I started running a company. At the time, I was 24 years old. My first year running a company was extremely stressful. It was very hard, but also very rewarding. And I saw the fruit of that towards my third year. This industry has grown so much, and I've just been lucky to be a part of the movement. I think our industry went through something like Zoom, moved in an upward direction. The business was growing. Our industry, face to face, connections were lost through COVID. So a lot of companies are paying for us to now speak to you face to face. I was just in the middle of that, took advantage. I don't think most people stick with anything that long nowadays. People quit their diets, they quit their relationships, they quit their jobs. I read a lot of resumes and I noticed that people are 23, 24 years old and they're on their 15th job. It's just because they quit all the jobs and they only like the rush of the beginning of the job. People just don't stick with things long enough to be good at them. I didn't have any special trait. I was just very lazy to start something new. So maybe that kind of played out well. I wanted to pay my sister's college, and it was maybe $40,000 or $50,000 transferred to euros. I just wanted to have a noble goal, something that was beyond me, something that wasn't selfish. That was my goal. It was a big motivator. I know my parents spent all of their money available to pay for my college, and I felt like, well, my sister was just born later, and now she's doesn't have this. I didn't feel like that was fair, so I thought it was a great driver for me to not quit because of somebody else. I think people quit things a lot less when there's someone else involved. That helped me and moved me a lot. I've been able to do really everything I ever dreamed of. I've done everything that I ever wanted for my family. My dad doesn't have a job. My wife doesn't have a job. My parents, we just paid for their house in Spain, their mortgage. They had 28 years left in their mortgage. They don't have it anymore. Me and my wife, Monica, we give a lot to charity. We recently just found an organization that helps fight human trafficking. And that's really something that touches my heart. We were able to help this foundation and help this nonprofit grow. I always knew that choosing a career here, I could actually purchase some of my time back. But I was definitely putting a large amount, probably all of my mental space into this, working 60 plus hours a week. It did wind down significantly, and I'm excited about that. But it definitely requires an investment of time. I think investment is the right word. Sometimes people say like, I gotta sacrifice this for that. And I think it's only a sacrifice if you quit. It's not really a sacrifice. It's an investment when you get the time back. Now I have more time that I really need. If you're somebody that really cares to be in control of what you do, who you work with, and how many hours you work, then this is a great career. It's just going to take 1,000 days to get it to that level, but it's definitely possible. It's happening to me right now.